Welcome, Tiger fans. It's time for Tiger Baseball right here on 93.5 FM. I'm Steve Cornell along with Clark Jones, bringing you the action from New Bern, Tennessee, the home of the Dyer County Choctaws, on a beautiful facility and campus over here in Dyer County, out in the middle kind of nowhere, but you run up on a really newer school. They've got their baseball facility here, their football facility, softball back behind us, and a lot of activities going on here on campus. This is game 2 of the 2-game series between these two district foes. Last night, Dyer County came over to Hardin County and got a win 6-5. The Tigers took a lead in to the 5th. 4-2, the lights went out, about a 30-35 minute delay, and the two teams that came out swapped as Dyer County came out with all the fire. We came out a little flat and then ended up losing the game.
Yeah, a tough loss last night to a really good Dyer team, and made some mistakes last night. Didn't hit the ball well at all, so look for a different game tonight, Steve.
Yeah, we need to get a win here and get a split in this district. You want to get that home game first when you have it there. But tonight the Tigers are behind the 8 ball. They're over here on the road trying to get a split in this series and then even things up in district play at 1-1. Coming up for the Tigers the rest of the week, we'll take tomorrow off, and Thursday we'll be in McNairy County for a 6:30 game on Friday, and then back at home to take on Adamsville for an afternoon Saturday game. So that's the schedule for the rest of the week. The coaches are out there going over the instructions and all the foul territory and what's in play, what's out of play. And so once they get all that done, we'll have our starting lineups and we'll get ready for baseball. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have a look at your starting lineups. You're listening to Hardin County Baseball right here on 93.5 FM.
Steve, I talked about it in the game. They were painting outside on him and had trouble getting the ball in play last night. So
those watching on the stream, I forgot to turn the audio on.
right.
I apologize. I got a lot of things going on up here. Next pitch on the way is called a strike. I think. He did.
Yes, he did.
Check swing.
Good pitch. Good velo out there. He's throwing the ball good.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at third. That's Littlefield. He reached on a hit to start the game. Next pitch on the way, fastball rides outside. And the count goes to 1-2. Garner on deck for the Tigers, and we got to get this first 4 going. Really, first 5. Kyle had a good game last night, had a couple of hits. There's a breaking ball hit in to the dugout, slow roller over there at the Tiger dugout. Count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind blowing directly in from center field. Kind of a cloudy afternoon, overcast day over here. It's been sunny most of the day, the ride over here, but pretty much overcast right now. Lights are on. Next pitch on the way is hit out of play. Yeah, that's a safety swing right there.
He does a good job of that. Foul off those tough pitches.
Good crowd over here for Hardin County and Dyer County in this district matchup. Got a lot of things going on over here. Got a tennis match going on back behind us. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Evans taking a long look in, now goes into the stretch. Littlefield with the lead at third. Here's a pitch on the way, hit on the ground toward the hole and short. Shortstop gets it, goes over, not in time, and the run will score. Long throw, good play by the shortstop. That's Moncrief, but just didn't have the arm to get it over there. And so an infield hit by Clapp. So the Tigers have a couple of hits here in the inning and a run, just kind of like last night. 1-0 now here in the first. And that'll bring up Garner. Seth was 0 for 2, had a walk last night. Looks like Adam Wilkerson in the game to run for Cooper.
Abram.
Who?
Abram Wilkerson.
Oh, Abram. What did I say?
Adam, that's his brother.
Yeah, that's his
You're
brother.
close.
That's close. Started with an A.
He's in med school.
Yeah,
so.
well, yeah. It started with an A, that's all. First pitch on the way is a called strike on the curveball. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at first. Tigers on top, 1-0 here early. Garner back in the box. Evans taking a look over at first. Now goes into his stretch. Here's a pitch on the way, hit out of play. Hope they got a good collection of baseballs over here because we fouled a bunch off.
Oh, yeah.
So no balls, 2 strikes now on Garner. Wilkerson with the lead at first. Now Evans will go into his stretch. Takes a look, comes to the plate, down in the dirt, gets stopped there by the catcher, Patterson.
Yeah, Evans got good velocity, mid-80s stuff, and a good breaking ball. So Tigers got a good start going. We look pretty good so far.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Wilkerson, the runner at first, running for Clapp. Tigers on top, 1-0 here in the top of the first. Evans from the stretch. Taking a look, comes to the plate, breaking ball, gets him.
Yeah, he got a really good curveball. Go with that fastball.
So the second strikeout of the inning, and that'll bring up Lambert. Kyle was 2 for 2 last night with a walk.
Right fielder number 29, Kyle Lambert.
Kyle had some quality at bats last night, especially that second at bat. The way they were playing him, just put it over there in the 6 hole.
Yeah, he's impressive. With his Plate discipline, he sure is.
Evans from the stretch comes to the plate, gets away from the catcher, Patterson, and he'll go down. Wilkerson will go down to second on the pass ball. They had a few of those last night.
They did. They sure did. We got some opportunities, just couldn't capitalize on them.
So Wilkerson at second in scoring position now for Lambert. 2 outs here in the top half of the first inning. Evans taking a long look in at his catcher now. He'll go into his windup. Takes a look at second, takes another look, now comes to the plate. Breaking ball, called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Really quick, sharp breaking ball. Good pitch.
Evans working really slow here in the first, kind of like the kid last night. Here's a 1-1 hit right back at him. Shortstop picks it up, throws over to first for the out. And that'll do it for the Tigers. But they get a hit, a couple of hits, and they score 1. And after a half inning, Hardin County 1, Dyer County coming to bat. We'll be back right after this quick timeout. All right, welcome back to Dyer County High School. Steve Cornell along with Clark Jones bringing you all the action right here as district play continues, the second game of this 2-game series. Cooper Clapp will be on the mound tonight for Hardin County. He's had an outstanding season on the mound so far for the Tigers.
Got 19 innings, only 4 walks, somewhere close to 20 strikeouts. He's just done an outstanding job. ERA way under 1.
It'll be French, Stafford, and Moncrief to face Clapp here in the first. French was 1 for 5 last night, and he fouls the first pitch off.
Coop's going to throw strikes. He's going to be around the plate. He's got a good cutter and a good curveball. You see.
No balls and a strike. Wind up pitch on the way. Good fastball on the outside part of the plate. Called strike 2. Here's the 0-2 breaking ball up high. And now a timeout called by
Cooper works fast.
Yeah, that's what I like about him. Next pitch on the way, hit down the right field line, foul. One ball, 2 strikes. Brandon French, the hitter. Fastball on the inside part of the plate, got him. Boy, what a great pitch.
Yeah, he cut that ball back right on the corner. That was a great pitch right on under his hand.
Right field number 6, Dre Stafford.
So that'll bring up Dre Stafford. He was 2 for 4 last night, the right fielder, hitting from the left side. So 1 down here in the first. Clapp, a right-hander. There's a ground ball hit to Samples. Scoops it up. Long throw over. Got him. So good play by Duke.
Good pitch by Coop. He just
Well, we can't throw it around. And Coach Harville, not real happy about that. That's one thing coaches hate more than anything, just throw it all over the ballpark after an out like that. But,
you bet.
so 2 down.
As long as we throw it like that with a dead ball, I'm good with it.
That's it, right. That's right. That'll bring up Noah Moncrief, the shortstop. There's the first pitch, hit foul down the first baseline.
Cooper looks really good out there. He's pounding that strike zone. He's in on their hands. He's moving away, being very efficient with what he's doing.
Looking at our defense, Davis at third, Samples at short, Littlefield at second, Garner at first, Lambert in right, Pipes in
left,
and Tummings in center. Tummings looked really good last night coming in relief for an inning also.
He did a good job.
Pitch on the way is taken for strike 2.
He coming right after him.
Well, you better get in there and get set. I know that. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball outside. 1-2 now. 2 outs. Nobody on here in the first. Hardin County on top. 1-0. It's early. Wind up pitch on the way. Hit toward Littlefield. Over to Garner for the third out. And that'll do it for the Choctaws. They go 1-2-3 in their half of the first. And after one complete, 1-0 our score. Hardin County on top. We'll be back with more Hardin County baseball right after this. All right, welcome back to Dyer County. 1-0 our score. We move to the second. It'll be Davis, Samples, and Malabanan for the Tigers. 6, 7, and 8 to face Evans here in the second. So Tigers up by 1. Littlefield led off the game with a hit, moved to second, and then the third on a bad throw at second on the steal attempt. First pitch hit on the ground towards short. Picks it up, fires over to first for the out. So 1 pitch, 1 out. I always kind of wanted to see a pitch my first time up.
I don't know if I can comment on that or not.
All right. Say it.
Duke had a big hit last night late in the game.
Yeah, he's 1 for 3. First pitch on the way is a fastball on the inside part of the plate. No balls, 1 strike. Yeah, and it was at a really crucial time when he got that hit too. Here's the 0-1 by Evans. Swing and foul tip, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on here in the second. Hardin County on top, 1-0 here early. Evans, a right-hander. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. Just got a piece of it, and the count remains 0-2. I'll remind you that we'll be over in McNairy County, over at Selmer, McNairy Central High School on Friday for a 6:30 start. JV game at 4. And then back at home Saturday afternoon for a Saturday afternoon tilt with the Adamsville Cardinals. Here's the 0-2 on the way. Misses outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the shortstop for the Tigers. Samples. On deck is the DH, Marcelo Malabanan. Here's the 1-2. Misses low. And the count even up now at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Breaking ball got him. Man, he's got us, 3 times now with a breaking pitch?
Yeah, that's his out pitch. He's got a big, sharp breaking curveball, and he's really tough for 2 strikes. We've seen it. Every strikeout's been with that pitch.
So Marcelo will come to the plate. He was 1 for 2 last night with a hit.
Marcelo, good fastball hitter.
So he'll come to the plate to take on Evans here with 2 outs. First pitch on the way. Gets away from the catcher. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on here in the second. Evans from the windup. Here's a 1-0 on the way. Hit high in the air in the center field. Center fielder racing in. Shortstop going out. Center fielder comes in, makes the grab. 4 out, number 3, and the Tigers go 1-2-3 in their half of the second after 1.5. 1-0 our score. Tigers on top. We'll be back right after this.
Of course, Stephen's talking about putting him on a strength pro, and he might can. Arm strength pro.
All right, welcome back to Dyer County as we move to the bottom of the second inning. Hardin County leading it 1-0.
First baseman, number 20, Jared Gurdon.
It'll be Gurdon, Stewart, and Allman for Dyer County in their half of the second inning to face Clapp. Cooper had a 1-2-3 inning to start the first. First pitch on the way is a little low, ball 1. Gardner, right-hander, went 1 for 3 last night for Dyer County. Next pitch on the way, hit foul, and evens the count up at 1-1. Really good facilities out here, Clark. You know, early spring, grass is green. They've done an excellent job with the field, just kind of like what ours looked like last night. Really bigger field than we have, though.
Big ballpark.
Yeah. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch on the way, swing, and it evens the count up at 2-2.
See, that's what I love about Coop. He threw a breaking ball, 2-1 breaking ball. I mean, that's
Here's a 2-2 pitch hit to Davis. Makes a throw over in time for the out. Will be smooth down there. I'll tell you what, he may be one of the best defensive players we have on the team. He has for the last couple of years.
He's got really good hands. He's the young kids out there, parents and stuff, they'll bring him out and watch Willoughby field ground balls. He does it about as fundamentally sound as you can do it.
Wind up pitch on the way to Stewart. He was 1 for 2 last night. I'd rather come out and watch Michael field ground balls from third.
Oh, me, Stevie.
That'd be worth the money.
Superintendent might get down, but he might not get up.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, nobody on here in the second. Stewart, the hitter, left-handed hitter. There's a swing and a ground ball towards Samples at short over to first for the out, man. What a great play right there. It's a quick move over to first on the slow roller.
Very confident young man.
28, Alex Allman.
So that'll bring up the left fielder, Allman. He'll come to the plate with nobody on, 2 outs. Here's the wind-up. Pitch on the way by Coop inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Allman. Nobody on. 2 outs here in the second. Here's the 1-0. Hit on the ground sharply toward third. Gets in the hole. Samples gets it. A long throw over. Man, what a great play. Just couldn't get over there and get the arm strength on it. And an infield hit.
That's a hit all the way. It was just a great play for him to backhand that ball behind third. He didn't have a chance at the run. It made a good throw over there.
Yep.
Now, Stevie might have got you and I for
he would have got me out for sure, I can tell you that. So a 2-out single, and that'll bring up Epperson. He was 1 for 3 last night, another left-hander for Dyer County. First pitch to him is on the outside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 on, 2 outs. Pitch on the way, a little low. Evens the count up at 1-1. If you're listening and want to watch live, you can go to our YouTube channel, Slice93, and subscribe and hit the notification button, and you'll be notified
of
all the Tiger sporting events. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on. Epperson at the plate. Cooper from the stretch comes to the plate. There goes the runner. Ground ball towards Samples. He's got to go to first, and he gets him out on a good strong throw. So they leave 1 on after getting a hit, a 2-out hit, and that'll do it for Dyer County. And after 2 complete, Hardin County still leads it 1-0. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to Dyer County. 1-0 our score. We move to the third. It'll be Jordan Tummings, 9th place hitter, then back to the top of the lineup with Littlefield and Martin Tummings hitting from the left side. I want to remind you, Sports Talk, Saturday morning at 9 a.m. We'll talk some Tiger football, Tiger baseball, Tiger softball, and a little Masters tournament. There's a attempt at a bunt down the third baseline, and it's going to be foul.
They scouted us a little bit. You know, third baseman's 2 steps on the grass from Tummins up there to start with. They've been around, seen what's going on. Here comes the first baseman also.
Evans from the windup. Kicks and fires, and a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Good moving fastball away from the left-hander. Jordan up on the plate, trying to get a little extra advantage. Here's the 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss at another fastball, and that'll do it for Tummings. So 1 out here in the third. That's a 4th strikeout for Evans here in the first couple of innings.
Evans, I'm going to say, as good as anybody we've seen so far, Steve.
Had to bring up Littlefield. He's 1 for 1. Opened the game up with a hit. There's a ground ball toward third. Picks it up, fires over to first for the out. And just like that, 2 outs here in the third. And that'll bring up Martin. So Jared to come to the plate. Struck out looking his first time up. back in the first. He'll come to the plate with nobody on, 2 outs. Evans from the windup, pitch on the way, hit out of play. No balls and a strike on Martin. 2 outs here in the third. Evans 0-1 on the way, fastball outside corner, strike 2.
He's been steady out there too, Steve. That's 2 in a row. Jared took a cut at that first pitch and didn't get it there, so he comes right back and paints that corner. That's a good pitch. If he stays with his deal, this will be a curveball.
Here's the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Had another fastball, and he gets Martin for the second time, and that'll do it for the Tigers here in the third. And after 2.5, they still lead at 1-0. We'll be back right after a quick timeout. You're listening to Hardin County Baseball right here on 93.5 FM. Welcome back to Dyer County. I'm Steve Cornell along with Clark Jones, bringing you the action tonight in the second game of the 2-game series here to start district play for both teams. Dyer County got the win last night over at the City Park, defeated the Tigers 6-5 in a good game, and
we've got some baseball game right here.
Got another good one going on right now between these two teams. Wouldn't expect anything less between the two teams. They've had a good history and a good series against one another. So clap will work here in the third. It'll be Evans, Patterson, and French. First pitch on the way is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 8, 9, and 1. Next pitch on the way, hit on the ground. Martin picks it up, fires over to first for the out.
Great play by Jared right there. Bounced that on that ball. That was a swinging bunt. And did a great well. That arm paid off right there.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say. He's the only one that can make that play in this game. What an arm as he threw him out at first. That'll bring up Patterson.
Got a funny story about him. We had a little summer scrimmage game deal. They let him go out and pitch, and the first pitch he threw was 86. From the mound. So he, incredible arm, incredible young man.
First pitch on the way to Patterson is a ball on the outside part of the plate. 1 out here in the third. 1-0 our score. Hardin County on top. As Littlefield led the game off with a hit and then an error on a throw to second, got him to third. Clapp moved him over. Next pitch on the way is a ball. 2 balls now, no strikes on Patterson, the 9th place hitter. 1 out, nobody on. Wind up, pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And it goes to 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's a 2-1, another fastball right down central, 2-2 now. Looked like he was looking something else, and he got a fastball right down the pipe. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2 delivery. Fastball hit in the air toward Tummins in center field. He's getting under it and makes the grab for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in the third, and that'll bring French up. He struck out his first time up. So he'll come to the plate with 2 outs, nobody on. Here's a wind-up. Pitch on the way by Coop. Right back at him and into center field for a hit. Their second hit of the night. So French will end up at first on the single. And that'll bring up Dre Stafford, the right fielder. He grounded out to short his first time up. So a runner at second with a couple of outs here in the third. Stafford hitting from the left side. Coop from the stretch. Takes a look over, comes to the plate. Off speed outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Stafford. French with a lead at first. Next pitch is a fastball, catches outside corner. Evens it up at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. There goes a runner, attempts at a bunt, and it's going to go foul.
We saw them try to bunt last night with 2 outs. When they found the third baseman back there. We've seen that a couple times. Weren't successful either time. But
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. French the runner at first. Had a 2-out single. Next pitch on the way. Ground ball hit toward Coop. Picks it up, throws over to first, and it hits the runner. And French is going to end up at third. So an error on the throw as he threw it right into the runner.
Yeah, that was a tough angle for him. That ball was, what, Steve, 2 foot inside the line there?
Yep.
And didn't have time to step out and throw the ball, so he just got it into the runner there. It's a tough break for us.
So runners at the corners now, and that'll bring up Moncrief. He grounded out to second his first time up, so he'll come to the plate with 2 outs. Runners at first and third. First pitch on the way to him is low outside. There goes a runner down, and they've got him in a run down now. The run scores, and they tag him out. So they tied up, and on a throw down to second base, and oh well, we'll leave it at that. After 3 complete, 1-1 score. We'll be back right after this timeout. All right, we move to the 4th, all tied up at 1. It'll be Clapp, Garner, and Lambert here in the 4th to face Evans. First pitch on the way to Coop, swinging a miss, strike 1. Gets away from the catcher again. He had a tough night last night, having a tough night tonight. No balls and a strike on Clapp, left-handed hitter for the Tigers. Pitch on the way, good breaking ball, strike 2.
Yeah, that was a tough pitch. That pitch, I don't know if that ball looked like it went around the plate. You know what I'm saying, Steve?
Yeah, exactly. Here's the 0-2 on the way. Another breaking ball, swing down the dirt, and they throw it down the first full with the out.
Yeah, I'm afraid we're going to see that breaking ball a lot more second time through the order, too. He used it a couple, 3 times early and was successful. He threw Cooper 2 right there in a row. So
his 6th strikeout of the game. What we have last night, 11?
Yes, sir.
Working on the same path. Garner at the plate. First pitch hit toward the second baseman. He goes up and grabs it out of there for the out. Soft line drive. And that's out number 2. So 2 gone, and that'll bring up Lambert. He grounded out his first time up. So he'll come to the plate with nobody on and a couple of outs. Evans from the windup. Here's a pitch on the way. Fastball hit right toward the shortstop. Gets a big hop. Throws over to first for the out. And the Tigers go 1, 2, 3 for the 3rd consecutive inning. And that'll do it for the Tigers in their half of the 4th after 3.5. We're tied at 1. We'll be back right after this quick timeout. Dyer County. Got a good one going on here at Dyer County High School. 1-1 our score as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be Moncrief, Gurdon, and Stewart. Moncrief was at the plate when they got Stratford in a rundown and got the 3rd out, but they scored the run before the out. First pitch on the way is a good fastball on the outside corner, strike 1.
Really like this umpire behind the plate today, Steve.
Next pitch on the way, hit toward Littlefield. Scoops it up over to first for the out. So 1 out here in the 4th, and that'll bring up Jared Gurdon, 0 for 1. Had to ground out his first time up, so he'll come to the plate with an out and nobody on. First pitch on the way, fastball outside corner, strike 1. No balls and a strike on Gurdon. Off-speed pitch, swinging a miss, strike 2.
It looked like a straight change.
It did look like it had some dip to it, too. No balls, 2 strikes on Gurdon. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hit in the air toward Tummings in center field. Plenty of room, and makes the grab for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in the 4th. And that'll bring up Stewart. We've had 2 outs the last couple of innings, and they end up getting a hit. In the last inning, it cost us a run. So that'll bring up Stewart. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to short. His first time up, left-handed hitter. So he'll come to the plate with nobody on, 2 outs. First pitch to him, breaking ball, strike 1.
Second time through, Coop showing the curveball.
Here's the 0-1 on the way. Hit on the ground toward Garner. It's going to be fair. Steps on the bag, and that'll do it for Dyer County. So they go 1, 2, 3 in their half of the 4th, and after 4 complete, we're tied at 1. You're listening to Tiger Baseball right here on 93.5 FM. Back with more from Dyer County after this. Ah, man.
Okay. Charles is first take. Technical for arguing a foul, which is a foul, and walk to take Piece of pizza onto the court at the ref.
Oh, no.
The best shot guy taking it off hit the most they have. So that's not holding ball player out. Nope.
Let's see, what was that? What was that last? Ground out.
First.
Huh, yeah.
One unassisted.
One unassisted.
After they're down 16 now. They're on 18th that time, and then they got down 16 because
All right, we're ready.
Now, number 2, Willoughby Davis.
All right, back at Dyer County, we're tied at 1. Move to the 5th inning. It'll be Davis, Samples, and Malabanan. Davis grounded out his first time up to short. So Willoughby will come to the plate to try to get something going here in the 5th for the Tigers. First pitch on the way, squares the bunt, pulls it back, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Here's a 1-0 by Evans. Down in the dirt, ball 1. Or excuse me, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Got a really good pitching matchup going here tonight between Evans and Clout. Both pitchers are in control of this game so far. Here's a 2-0 on the way. Hit on the ground, right back at the pitcher. Got a glove on it. Shortstop picks it up, throws over to first for the out. Man, that was a hit all the way, and he just got a tip of a glove on it and ricocheted it back towards shortstop. And Mount Creek made a good play.
Right.
Now, number 20, Duke Samples.
Tough break for Willoughby right there.
Yep. Here comes Duke Samples, a shortstop. He struck out his first time up, his only at bat. So 1 out, nobody on. First pitch on the way, fastball hit back at us. Thank goodness for the net.
Yeah, that ball stuck up there.
It did, didn't it? No balls and a strike to the shortstop Samples. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, check swing.
Strike.
Strike 2. So a quick 0-2 count on Duke. Here's the 0-2 by Evans. Fastball, or excuse me, breaking ball. Inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know what? Evans and Cooper are very similar in their approach and what they're doing.
Here's a 1-2 on the way. Hit high in the air over here in foul territory. Everybody racing over, and the catcher makes a grab. Good play there.
Excellent play.
But a lot of territory here behind home plate. So that's the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Malabanan.
Yeah, at our place, that's 3 rows up in the bleachers.
Number 23, Marcelo Malabanan.
So Marcelo will come to the plate, flied out to center his first time up. One to one our score here in the 5th. 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch way outside, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Malabanan, the right-hander for the Tigers at the plate. Next pitch on the way is on the outside corner. Strike 1, evens the count up at 1-1.
I was complimenting the umpire. He's a pitcher's umpire. For sure, they're getting that black out there and a little more.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 by Evans. Fastball just misses inside. They get more of it on the outside, though, than they do on the inside part of the plate.
I agree.
2 balls and a strike now on Malabanan. Here's a 2-1 delivery on the way. Hit foul. Evens the count up at 2-2. Breaking ball. That's been his out pitch.
It has been so far.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Here's a 2-2 by Evans. A breaking ball hit on the ground toward third. Slow roller. He picks it up, trying to get it over. Not in time.
Malabanan runs well. That was just a cap shot. and we got a break. You know, they got 3 or 4 of those last night.
Exactly.
And we get a break.
So an infield hit by Malabanan and a 2-out single. And that'll bring up Tummings. He struck out his first time up. So Jordan will come to the plate with 2 outs. Malabanan, good speed at first.
Not much for lead over there.
No.
Though.
Evans from the stretch comes to the plate. Fouled off.
Very aggressive cut there by Tummins. He's an aggressive kid, though. I mean, I like him a lot. He's played center field as good as anybody I've seen in a long time.
Evans from the stretch. A look at first, comes to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Tummings, the center fielder for the Tigers. Malabanan at first, 2-out single for him. Marcelo with a lead at first. Evans
2 steps probably.
Goes to the stretch, comes to the plate, inside, ball 1. Marcelo also an outstanding football player for the Tigers.
Fine young man also.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on. Evans from the stretch. Swinging away at strike 3, and that'll do it for the Tigers. They get a runner on with 2 outs, but unable to move him. And we'll move to the bottom of the 5th, all tied up, 1-1. You're listening to Tigers here on 93.5 FM. Back after this. It'll be Alex Ullman, Austin Epperson, and Lane Evans for Dyer County here in their half of the 5th inning. Ullman had a hit his first time up back in the 2nd. So he'll come to the plate, try to get something going for Dyer County here in the 5th. First pitch is a foul tip, strike 1. No balls and a strike. Great afternoon for baseball over here. Temperature around 70, and the winds have died down a little bit since we moved into the evening, more so out of right field over there than out of center earlier. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's a 1-1, swing and miss at a breaking ball, strike 2.
Coop doing a great job, Steve. That's quality pitches.
Next pitch on the way is a curveball, taking strike 3 as he got the inside part of the plate. That'll be out number 1 as Ullman strikes out the lead off here in the 5th. That's Coop's 2nd strikeout. Evans has had 7 so far. First pitch on the way to Epperson, the 3rd baseman, is down in the dirt. He's 0 for 1. Had a ground out. A lot of ground outs on Coop's side.
Yeah, not much contact.
Here's a 1-0. There's a drive into left field. Left fielder racing in, pipes, and unable to get to it. Falls in front of him.
Yeah, it's just a little Texas leaguer out there.
So 1-out single, and that'll bring up Evans. He grounded out to the catcher his first time up back in the 3rd.
Let's see what they get going right here.
So Evans will come to the plate, a right-hander.
Win on the grass at third. Holding the runner at first is Garner.
Epperson with the lead at first. Wind up pitch on the way, hit off the fist toward the hole at second. As Littlefield flags it down and unable to make a play, he was playing way over towards second base. And now they've got something going here with one out with two on.
Yeah, that was, oh my goodness, he hit that ball right off his thumbs. Just a little scooting type cut over there, and Garner can't get, Littlefield can't get to it.
So to bring up Patterson, he'll come to the plate. He's 0 for 1, flied out his last time up in the third, and now Coach Harville wants to go out and talk to his infield. One out here in the fifth. We're all knotted up at 1. Hardin County will be back in action on Friday as we head over to McNairy Central to take on the Bobcats. That's a 6:30 start over there. JV game at 4, and then back home on Saturday for an afternoon Saturday game as Adamsville will come to town before we're back in action, district action that is, on Monday and Tuesday as we'll take on Mumford. So 1 out, 2 on. Runners at first and second. Patterson the hitter.
We play Mumford next week.
They turn around and try to get a pickoff at second. If y'all play Mumford, we play Brighton then, I guess. It's all the same. We'll be in this area somewhere on Monday. Coop from the stretch, takes a couple looks, another pickoff attempt. Not in time. So a little cat and mouse game going on between our shortstop and second baseman and pitcher.
Two different plays there. Garner will be up on the grass. So Garner really choking them off over here at first.
Cooper from the stretch comes to the plate, hit on the ground, foul.
We had double play depth in the middle.
No balls and a strike on Patterson. Runner at second, runner at first, 1 out. Clap from the stretch. Comes to the plate, breaking ball, hit in the hole again. It's going to go into left field. Here comes the runner around third. Here comes the throw home, and not in time. So this CNI singles, they haven't hit it hard, but they've hit it where we ain't.
Hey, put him in play then.
Number 17, Brendan French.
So runners at first and second, and now Dyer County on top 2-1, and they did it to us in the fifth last night. So 1 out, still runners at first and second. Cooper from the stretch comes to the plate, breaking ball, strike 1. French, the hitter, had a hit, scored a run in the third, struck out in the first. Clout from the stretch. Takes a look at second, a long look, another look. Comes to the plate, swing and a miss, had a good pitch on the outside part of the plate, strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. We're here in the fifth as a tie has been broken as Dyer County just scored, and it's 2-1. Cooper from the stretch. Takes a couple of looks at second. Now comes to the plate, swing and a miss, strike 3. There's a throw down to second, not in time. And that's the second out. And that'll bring up Stafford, excuse me.
Number 6,
Stafford reached on air in the third and grounded out in the first. So 2 down now. As they're getting a pinch runner in for Evans.
I'm ready with Choctaws number 2, Ryan Evans.
So Stafford will step in with 2 outs, runners at first and second. 2-1 our score, Dyer County on top here in the 5th. Cooper from the stretch. Taking a couple looks at second. Now a third look, and it'll step off. Coop from the stretch. Takes a couple of looks at at the second baseman, and now they'll call timeout and step out. So a lot of cat and mouse games going on right now between our pitcher and the guy at second base. Pitch on the way is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes on Stafford. 2 on, 2 out. Clout from the stretch. Here's a 1-0 down in the dirt. Gets stopped by, oh my gosh. We throw it down to second, and the runner's going to end up at third. Here comes the attempt to score, and he's going to be out. Not what we wanted, but we got the out, and that'll end the inning on a bad base running mistake by Dyer County, but they end up leading it after 5 complete, 2-1. We'll be back right after this timeout. Back at Dyer County as we head to the 6th inning.
Big inning, we got top of the order.
2-1 the score here in the 6th.
Number 7, Jason.
It'll be Littlefield, Martin, and Clout to face Evans. Littlefield is 1 for 2, had a hit back in the first, scored the only Tiger run. First pitch on the way by Evans. Hit on the ground toward the shortstop. Scoops it up over to first for the out. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 6th. And that'll bring up Martin. Jarrett's 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts in the game. So 1 down.
Number 21, Jarrett Martin.
And Martin to the plate. Evans is had it. Oh, I got the umpire pitch on the way. I heard him scream up here. Got him in the leg. So they'll take a look at him. He'll walk it off. Looked like it got him right. Did it on his arm is where it is, right on his forearm. So 1 out, nobody on. Tigers trail 2-1, and Clark, it hadn't been the cleanest of games so far for us out on the defensive end. We made 5 errors last night, and we've thrown it around a couple of times tonight. We just got fortunate and got an out at the plate. That could have been a kind of a killer run for us if they'd have got 3 against Evans.
You're right. You're right. It's you know, when you're in a game like this against a good ball club, you know, it's little things can make a difference. And Cooper's pitched an incredibly good game. I mean, he's on the ball. You couldn't ask it any better. They've only got, 3 hits or something, Steve? So.
Let's see. That's what I was looking at here. They've got 1, 2. They got 4 hits on the night, and we've got 3. So I mean, it's been a well pitched game by both teams.
Yeah, I don't think there's been a walk either in the whole game. So.
No, and the thing is, just like that inning there, they had 3 hits. Every one of them, 1 hit hard enough for anything. But they just hitting the right spots and caught us out of position a couple of times. So the home plate umpire shaking it off. He's working his way back.
Right on the forearm.
He's working his way back to behind the plate, and we're ready for baseball. He gets a hand. That's a tough job back there behind the plate.
And he's a good official. He's done a really good job, umpire has.
So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Nobody on Martin, the hitter. Martin he's got the power to tie it up here in this big ballpark. But he's got a tough go with Evans. Evans from the windup. Here's the 1-0 on the way outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes now on Martin. Clapp on deck. Cooper had a hit back in the first. Struck out his last time in the 4th. But we need runners right now. Here's the 2-0. A little bit low. Ball 3. That may be the first 3-0 count I've seen him go to.
I think you're right. I think it's right. I mean, it's been as clean a pitch game as I've seen.
3 balls, no strikes. Here's a 3-0 by Evans. Strike 1. Nothing to it when it's 3-0.
All right, right here we go. This big pitch for Jared. Look for a ball he can drive in the middle of the ballpark.
3 balls, 1 strike. Evans in the windup, pitch on the way, breaking ball, took a big cut at it. Yeah.
3-1 breaking ball. I mean, that just shows you the confidence that young man has out there to make 3. 1-run game.
May say another one. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a payoff pitch on the way by Evans. Another breaking ball, foul tip, and that one got the catcher right on top of his hand. That got him right on his glove hand, and I think.
I heard it pop too. I heard a popping sound too.
So he'll take a moment to walk around. That one stung there for a moment as well. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Martin the hitter, 1 out. 2-1. Dyer County on top. We'll be over in McNairy County on Friday to take on the Bobcats. First pitch right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be at 6:30. And then back home on Friday as Adamsville will come to town to take on the Tigers. So Dyer County first 2 nights, and then the battle of McNairy County teams over the weekend. Looks like maybe rain tomorrow, and then it's supposed to get out of here, but temps are supposed to be cooler for the weekend. So should be a great afternoon for baseball. Either way, it's been a great night here, a little overcast, but the wind has died down to almost nothing now. As the lights are on, and got a good battle here between Evans and Clapp. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Martin steps back in the box. Evans looks in. Here's a 3-2 delivery on the way. Breaking ball hit on the ground toward third. He scoops it up and won't have a play.
Yeah, we get a break right there.
Yeah, we've had a couple of those in the last couple of innings, so Martin gets on. Took a big cut at a breaking ball and just got a piece of it. And Hunter Phillips will come in and run for the Tigers, and Clapp will come to the plate. So another infield hit.
Now back number 11, Cooper Clapp.
And that'll bring up Coop. Coop's 1 for 2. Had a hit back in the first. an RBI single. So he'll come to the plate with a chance to help his own calls out, just like Evans did the last inning.
Now we got Hunter Phillips, courtesy runner, and we got great speed on the bases. You got a good 2.5 step lead out there.
1 out, 1 on. Here's a pitch to Clout. Squares the bunt. Down the third base line. It's a good one. Then the third baseman falls down. Phillips rounds second. And the Tigers get a break there and an infield hit. Great bunt by Clout.
That's the way to work it there. It's
And the Tigers have runners in scoring position now, first and second with an out, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Garner. Seth 0 for 2, had a strikeout in the first, and had a line drive out back in the fourth. So Seth will come to the plate with a chance to tie this thing up.
Cooper got to run for himself, too. Great base runner. Tough situation.
So Evans in a little bit of trouble here in the fifth. Now he'll step out. 1 out, 2 on. 2 runners scored. Dyer County on top here in the fifth.
Yeah, first baseman playing behind Cooper. That's the appropriate play. That's even with the bag and back in the middle.
Evans taking a long look in at his catcher. Now he'll go into his stretch. There's a high fly ball hit into shallow right field. Right fielder looks like he's lost at second baseman, and it's going to fall for a hit.
Oh, my goodness.
And
infield fly rule.
They all lost it.
Runners advance at their own risk there.
Yep.
That's right.
So runners will be at first and third on the infield fly rule. Garner hit it a mile high in the air, and the right fielder looked like he lost it. Then the second baseman wasn't sure, and he let it fall. So that'll be the second out of the inning.
Umpire jumped out there and called infield fly early. The field umpire did. So, and it hit in the grass.
Yeah, it hit behind actually in the infield, but anyway. That'll bring up Lambert. He's 0 for 2, 2 ground outs, 2 short. First pitch on the way, up high, ball 1. Well, that's what I was thinking with the right fielder, the way he was coming in. I knew he didn't get enough of it, and then I could tell the right fielder had lost it. But that ball did hit in the outfield on the back part of second base. Wind up, pitch on the way, hit out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike on Lambert. 2 outs, 2 on. Runners at first and third. Phillips at third. Courtesy runner is Wilkerson at first.
Yeah, he's not going to be going anywhere. We need this runner at third.
Evans from the stretch. Taking a long look in. Now goes in to his wind-up. Pitch on the way. Swing. Has a foul tip. And the count goes to 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Phillips at third. Wilkerson at first. Tigers trying to tie this thing up 90 feet away down there from getting it even at 2. Evans in the stretch. There goes Wilkerson. They step off, and he'll end up at second. They tried to lure him into getting in a rundown, hopefully, and they let it go. So it's second and third now with 2 outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lambert.
Big pitch right here, Steve.
Evans from the stretch, and now he's taking his own time, and Kyle asks for timeout, and he'll get it, and he'll step back out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good contact hitter at the plate, 2 on. Tigers trying to get it tied up here in the 6th. Here's a pitch on the way, foul tip, just got a piece of it. And the count remains at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Lambert, the hitter. As Evans trying to get out of a jam here in the 6th. Here's a 1-2 outside, and the count goes even now, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes now on Lambert. Wilkerson, the runner, at second. Phillips at third. Kyle back in the box. Evans with the pitch and hit foul. There's one thing about it, he'll make you work for it.
He does. He does a great job. He's great discipline up there.
2-2 the count, 2 outs, 2 on. Tigers trail 2-1. Tying run down at third. Evans from the stretch. Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss and got him. And that'll do it for Hardin County. As we move to the 6th. Dyer County on top 2-1. You're listening to Tiger Baseball right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this. Back at Dyer County High School, Steve Cornell along with Clark Jones bringing you Hardin County Baseball action game 2 of this 2-game series. As the Tigers are trying to hold off a sweep to start their district play as they lost last night 6-5. 2-1 here as we move to the 6th. First pitch on the way to Stafford is outside, ball 1. It'll be 2, 3, and 4, Stafford, Moncrief, and Gurdon for Dyer County. Next pitch hit, high chopper to the mound, over to first for the out. So 1 out here in the 6th, and that'll bring up Gurdon.
Now back number 1, Noah Moncrief.
Or excuse me, Moncrief. Got ahead of myself. Moncrief is 0 for 2, had 2 ground outs, 2 second. So he'll come to the plate with nobody on and an out. First pitch on the way, hit down the right field line. It's going to drift out of play. No balls and a strike on Moncrief. He's had a lot of opportunities at shortstop tonight. Next pitch on the way is a fastball, rides up high, evens up at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Coop from the windup. Here's the 1-1. A little bit low. And the count goes to 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. On Moncrief, the shortstop. Here's a 2-1. There's a little looper in the right field, and it's going to get down in front of Lambert for a hit. So 1 out single by Moncrief, and that'll bring up Gurdon. Gurdon 0 for 2, had a ground out in the 2nd, fly out in the 4th.
That's another just a little flare out there in right field.
Well, neither team's hits have been on the barrel at all. They've all been kind of bloopers or infield hits. So Gurdon at the plate. First pitch on the way to him. It's a breaking ball down in the dirt. There's a throw down to second, and he got him. Man, I want to tell you what. You talking about the arm that we've talked about? He kind of.
Well, he dropped the ball.
Yeah, he dropped
the ball, picked it up clean with his throwing in and threw the guy out. The kid's got good speed. I mean, you know, that's a great throw.
So second out, then the next pitch hit into center field. It's going to get by Tummins as Gurdon goes around first, and he'll end up at second base with a 2-out double.
That's the first ball we've seen on the barrel tonight.
Mm-hmm. So a 2-out double. That's the first extra base hit of the night by either team. So that'll bring up Stewart. Stewart 0 for 2. Had a couple of ground outs in the game, so he'll come to the plate with a runner at second and 2 outs. Tigers trying to hold it right here to a 2-1 lead here in the 6th. Coop from the stretch. Comes to the plate. Fastball, strike one. No balls and a strike. 2 outs, 1 on. Pitch on the way outside. There goes a runner down to third, and he's going to be out. Man, why in the world do you do that, number one, with 2 outs
I have no
in a
idea.
one-run game, and the next thing you need to slide all the way over there, and he just got hung up in the dirt in an easy play for Davis.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, we think, good early Christmas present there. That'll do it for Dyer County here in the 6th. They get a couple of hits, and they leave nobody on. Coming up for the Tigers here in the 7th, when we return, it'll be Davis, Samples, and Malabanan. We'll be back with more Hardin County Baseball right here on 93.5 FM. Welcome back to Dyer County. Thanks to everybody listening to baseball action tonight. And of course, all of our sponsors for Hardin County Baseball each and every game. I want to remind you about Sports Talk Saturday at 9 a.m. in the morning. We'll talk some Tiger baseball, softball, spring football. So a lot going on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Of course, Tiger baseball back in action on Friday at McNary Central, and then back at home on Saturday against Adamsville. It'll be Davis, Samples, and Malabanan here in the 7th. Evans working here in the 7th, trying to get a complete game. First pitch hit towards second, over to first for the out. So one quick out here in the 7th, and that'll bring up Samples. He's 0 for 2, had a strikeout and had a fly out.
Flag number 20, Duke Samples.
So Samples will come to the plate, try to get on board with 1 out. Evans from the windup, pitch on the way. Hit out of play. No balls and a strike, 1 out, nobody on here in the 7th. Here's the 0-1 by Evans. Fastball, strike 2 on the outside corner. So Samples falls in the hole, 0-2 quickly.
Evans been very impressive tonight, Steve. My age, I'm hard to impress, but this kid's impressive.
He's good. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball down the dirt. And the count goes to 1-2.
You know, kid 5'10", 170.
Yeah, if he's out.
Yeah.
I don't know that he's 5'10", really.
Yeah.
Not a very big young man.
Got a great arm.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's a 1-2 delivery. Outside, and count goes to 2-2.
That was kind of a cut fastball or a slider, and catcher just, swept it around there. It's so quick when it moves.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Samples a hitter, 1 out, nobody on. Here in the 7th. Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss, got him. So 2 down now, and the Tigers down to their final out. As Marcelo Manabanan will come to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Had a hit his last time up.
Marcelo Manabanan.
So 9 strikeouts on the night for Evans. First pitch hit out of play. So 11 last night, 9 tonight. So 20 Ks in 2 games.
Well, I can kind of vouch for us tonight. This Evans kid's tough.
No balls and a strike. Here's the 0-1. Curveball down the dirt. Evens the count up at 1-1. Tigers trying to avoid a sweep here to Dyer County to start district play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Evans taking a long look in, now goes into the windup. Here's a 1-1. Hit out of play.
Yeah, that's a pretty defensive swing by Malabanan right there.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on.
He's had us off balance and food kind of all night, Steve.
I say we see a breaking ball right here. I may be wrong.
I can imagine. Or whatever he wants to do.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss at a fastball. We were wrong. He struck him out.
Went high inside. That's just.
And that'll do it for the Tigers as they get swept by Dyer County. 2-1 over here as Dyer County goes to 2-0 in district play, and the Tigers fall to 0-2 and 11-4 on the season. We'll have the totals when we return. You're listening to Hardin County Baseball right after this. All right, welcome back to Dyer County High School. They were talking about Dyersburg football a while ago. Threw me off. Dyer County High School, home of the Choctaws, as they complete the sweep here to open up district play. Let's look at your totals for Dyer County. They get 2 runs on 6 hits. They leave 1 on base, commit no errors. Hardin County gets 1 run on 5 hits. They leave 3 on base and commits 2 errors. Evans gets the win, and Clapp gets a tough, hard-fought loss. And it's kind of unfair when you pitch as well as he did and come up with a couple of bad breaks in the 5th inning that ultimately got the Tigers one of the errors that we were talking about, got the second run for Dyer County. And so first 2 games in the district got us in the hole.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, 6-5, 2-1, I mean, that's baseball. And we pitched an incredibly good game. Just what we hoped from him and expected from him, and pitched his heart out there, and we just didn't get the guys across the plate. And, not a lot of errors on our part, but we just didn't hit the ball. And with all respect for Evans, he's as good as we've seen this year so far.
Yeah, last night, I think 11 strikeouts last night, 9 tonight by Evans. The 2-game series, we have 7 errors. They had 3. And if you look at stats, that's the big stat right there. Just not fielding it well in the field, not hitting it well, timely hitting at that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it just didn't work out for us. And then, they got a lot of Texas League hits. I mean, the ball fell for them, and they were just destined to win this game, it looks like. And so we got a lot of work to do and a lot more games to play.
Exactly. So we're on to McNary Central on Friday, as the Tigers will head over there to face the Bobcats. That's a 6:30 start right here on 93.5 FM. We'll have all the action there, and then back home as Adamsville will come to town for a Saturday afternoon game. So that'll do it for us here in New Bern, Tennessee. Thanks so much for those that listened, those that watched on YouTube, and of course our sponsors that always helps us out. And I want to thank Bridget and Jane at the station. For Clark Jones, I'm Steve Cornell saying so long from New Bern, Tennessee. We'll see you on Friday at 6:30. So long, Tiger fans.